Hello and welcome. I'm Inverta Umbra, and this is Dwarf Fortress BasmentBorn. So I bring you back today because I have a few bits of information that have happened in my fort. As you can see, if you notice it, there is a mooting dwarf. And again, taking the craft dwarf workshop. I don't have something he needs, and I think it's the cloth. It says plant cloth, and I think I've made some. In fact, actually, we can check. Let's see. Right there. Pigtail cloth. So I have some plant cloth made. And some hemp cloth. So I don't think that's what he needs. And I can't make any of the other types of cloth. At least not at the moment. I don't have any animals to shear. I don't think I can shear. Maybe yak wool? Actually, can you shear a yak? Can you do that? We'll see how that works. Maybe we'll get some of that. Maybe we'll get some of whatever cloth he needs before we lose a dwarf to insanity. Wait, what did I do there? Oh, whoops. And then I want to cancel you. I've also made work on the defensive system, and I kind of made a mistake, so I had to go back and correct that, because this wall that's out there, this wall, I want removed, and I'm going to put another micro tower right here, which is going to access through, or maybe it's right here I want to put it. But anyways, basically one of these walls is getting removed. They're all fortifications, except for these corners, and then there's going to be these bridges, which have all designated to raise up against the tower. I still need to build a cap to it, or another floor, and eventually a cap. But hopefully this will allow us to cover the entrance with dwarves. We'll be able to have some archers in here firing off their bolts and striking enemies as they try to come in, and then maybe have a frontline mustering right here in this area. But that's for another time. We're still working on that. And then the most important thing is I finally found the cavern lair. So following the gold, which I guess you should always do. It's not my favorite metal, but it is a very high value metal. And there's a few veins that just didn't lead into anything, but following the gold, I eventually found this. And this is the cavern lair. This is what I was hoping for. I've already selected some stuff to be dug out on the actual level. The upper level I'm going to block off. This level I'm going to create a little airlock with some sort of drawbridge door, and then try and seal off a section of this that will not be accessible to any other section. But for the time being, this is what I've got. This is great because it means I will start getting actually, let's use our hotkeys. I will start getting grass. And why that's so important is I can then move. I don't have to worry about my animals anymore. I can then move them in here. Now I will have to floor some areas around the dirt area, just because trees can grow, and I would rather trees did not grow. So in the areas where I actually have dwarves walk, I will floor that. That'll be a large project, but it is worth it. We have finally got the ability where if I needed to, I could seal up the fort, but that's not my intention. My main intention is to create a defensive place to allow my dwarves to fight through. I also did think about making these into fortifications and having a clear area that can be accessed through the barracks. So as enemies are trying to get deeper into the fortress, Dwarven bolts, hit them across here. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it would be better to... what's below me? Nothing. Channel this out and remove the floor and then have the fortification so enemies couldn't get right up against the fortification and thereby nullify what my marked dwarves will have. I believe that the rule is if enemies, whoever's against the fortification can use the fortification, and if the people who are against the fortification do not receive a penalty to firing over the fortification. Something like that. I'm not the genius when it comes to that. Oh. I believe that dog was found missing earlier, so I've been allowing things to run. You'll notice the human caravan is no longer here. Who is the dog? Will page up work? Yeah, Doran Norma Crust. Yeah, that's you. Where were you found? Oh, wow, you were way over here. How did you get over here? Maybe it was a hunter's animal? Is there a dead hunter over here? Doesn't look like it. And I found I had to go back here occasionally and just go through this. Make sure they will pick up their bolts. It's still very useful to have them become forbidden during combat, but after combat, and after there's nothing particularly dangerous, I would prefer if it didn't. What are they? I have struck a lot of different things. Where have I struck? Oh, because okay, I see what it's doing there. I see what you're doing there. Yarn of the cloth. Uncollected yarn thread. Ooh, speaking of that, is this actually working? Huh. Okay, someone's going to shear an animal. Do they already have the animal? Because I believe they have to drag the animal to the shearing place. Maybe this will be what my mood crafter needs. I don't see anyone dragging animals. Well, whatever. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, I'll have something else I have to do. But, for the current moment, you can go ahead. I believe I already have a Dwarven ghost child haunting the fortress. So I would like for that to stop. And no one has a mandate. It's always good to come back and check this. And our stockpiles are getting really full. I may need to expand the furniture stockpile. Ooh, the forging the copper crossbows is finished. Pretty sure the barrels and buckets will be used soon. This guy is still having issues. What's going on? His left cheek is dented and his head is dented. He has an iffy memory. That's probably caused by that. Large deficit of willpower. Bad sense of empathy and poor kinetic sense, or kinesthetic sense. Container, that's what I'm looking for. You can have these. Yeah, I believe a hospital needs these to keep supplies like thread and stuff in there. You have to be careful though. I know at one point it used to be that the hospital would take all the thread in the fortress. Even some of the thread off the traders. Caused some problems if I remember correctly, but I think that's been fixed. So you can already see the cave grass growing. Light grass, soil floor, yeah, sparse cave moss, floor fungus, and animals can graze off of that, so that's actually very useful now. In fact, originally I was going to have this side room be an animal pen, but I think I'm going to move them here. This way they're kind of close to this, but they have enough space. I'm just going to go through, and any animal that would be outside needs to be here. Oop, nope. Stray cats need to be in the food room. Puppies can go where they please. Well, maybe I should keep them in the food room as well. I know it makes dwarves happy, but I really don't like the dwarves adopting pets. Especially when a mass culling has to happen. We will bring you over here, and any cat. Make sure the kittens are in here as well. Alright. And that should keep away the varmint population. Ah, see, you can already see there is growing a tower cap of some sort right here. I do not want this to grow here because it can, one, grow and cause a problem with that, but two, I believe it can breach the ceiling. And I'd prefer for it not to do that. Build. Now I could make roads or floors. I think I'm going to make floors. It requires more material. Not really sure what my reasoning behind it is, but for some reason I just think it would be a better idea. I think roads can eventually like break apart, but I don't think floors can do the same. And chalk blocks, 30 of them are needed. It is going to take more this way, but I should have 6. I should be able to at least make that. So I need to make more chalk blocks, but if you've seen my fortress, you know that there is a large quantity of chalk available freely. Alright. Nope. And the dry season has come? I think this is technically winter for our fortress. We'll know if, or fall. Let's see. Yeah, fall for the fortress. We'll know if the dwarves come. Waiting for the saving to be done. But yeah, so I'm really thinking about what the best fortification setup for the front is. I'm trying to avoid any sort of just hole up in a hole and don't let anybody else in except for occasional migrants. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like we've managed to get any bad migrants, because you can get vampires and werewolves without knowing it. Well, werebeasts. We already have one of those, and I'd rather not have another. The fortress is really slowing down if you look at the FPS. I need to see what options I have to try and make that a little better. It might just be the sheer number of items. Oh, yet another Dwarven child. And build in. So this is really just a temporary burial place. Engravers, Axe Dwarf. Soon those dwarves will actually get buried. If you see these stairs here, these are how they're going to access that secondary tower. Uh-oh. Where is this thief? There is a lot of mess going on, so let's let it run. We might see him moving. Doesn't look like he's fighting with the dwarves. I'm guessing he just ran. Yeah, looks like he just ran. Fortunately, the way we've set up our fortress, it's going to make it hard for thieves to get in, but they could, theoretically, I've had a few monkeys, like those, whatever they were, steal things from the battlefield. But other than that, inside the fortress is pretty secure. What have you banned? Oh, splints. That's fine. I've actually had to make some splints. Now let's do a quick check on the pasture, make sure all the animals have found their new home. And the sow needs to go there. Yes, it looks like they've all managed to get their new home, except for the one pig. Did that pig follow someone somewhere? I don't see him. Alright, and the floors are getting built. Looks like I don't have to worry about some tower cap trees inappropriate place anytime soon. Let us...
Don't tell the elves, but all the fish are gone.
Let's go back down to here. Okay, that's what that is. I thought that was a ramp up, and that would allow me to... You know what, let's cancel that. And then I would like to build a bridge. Now this is one area I will go with the holding myself up method. Let's do blocks because those are easier for our dwarves to carry. Just because there is probably more dangerous stuff that can come out of here, and I don't want to have two defensive areas. There is a way of doing it so that your defenses for your above ground also handle your underground by routing your underground access to outside. But I'm not going to do something that complex. But let us open this up a little bit as a room. Maybe I'll set up a small barracks or something down here. And
Dwarf failed to build his artifact and has gone berserk. Watch out, he's gonna hurt someone.
And he's going berserk. That's He was the militia commander. So he's probably armed and dangerous. Hey, you're a ranger, right? Um, B, we are going to have to kill our own dwarves. C, because even if we could subdue him, it's not going to end well. Oh, I think a miner got to him. Fish cleaner. Yeah, the miner just ended that conversation. I guess I don't need the squads. Yeah, they went back to being their old jobs. I mean, that's unfortunate, but I really just didn't seem like I had the materials he was looking for. But at least there's some benefit in knowing we finally found the cave level. Though I would like for that to stop. I think I've got some orders along that line. But let's see. Pants. Trousers. That's what they're. Let's make 50. Shirt. Might need tunic. 50. And I'd prefer to go for high boot because they give the most clear coverage. Now, I don't think I have enough leather to do all of those, but let's see if that'll work for the time being. Then I'll make some cloth socks. In fact, I can go ahead and issue that now. This is where things get a little tedious as you're trying to keep your dwarves clothed. And we want 50. I think that's 50 pairs, so it's enough to clothe 50 dwarves. One of these is not set up. You. Alright. Hey, making the wooden buckets has been completed. And I think the next thing I need to establish for my fortress will be a indoor water source. Trying to think what's the best way to do that. Could make, but I think this is going to be much more dangerous to do. Try and make this a indoor water source. Well, I do know that I need to make a T, yes, T, then L. We'll make chalk mechanisms because it doesn't really matter for that part. And that'll be for the lower bridge. The bridges up here for the fortifications are going to be controlled probably either in tower or in the barracks. Yes, yes, Werebeast. Though the only thing I'm not happy about finding with the cavern is there seemingly, at least so far, no source of lava. It is kind of interesting. It does look like somehow I did manage to thread the needle just a little bit as I go down. Not quite, because it wasn't like we were surrounded on all sides by the cavern, but you look at the stairs, it's like I was 2 tiles away from it. And we've got the Dwarven trade caravan. So let us move goods. I don't even remember what they wanted, but let's move our trap components. Do they want toys of some sort? Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, if you look at it, like I was literally 2 blocks away for those stairs. I wonder if there's anywhere else like that. Like if I just dig out 2 blocks straight down. I mean, it's unlikely there was anything on this level. Because there's, from my knowledge, there's almost, I think there is always 3 cavern layers, unless there's just too short of a world map. We will go to the lowest floor and give our dwarves something to do, those who are miners. And I think if I do another fortress, it'll be on a smaller map. Hopefully that would allow me to have less lag issues. It's not too bad right now, but it is an issue. Like, it's taking me longer in between episodes to just get a few simple things done, which is what I wanted to try and avoid with this series. Spending a lot of time off camera doing stuff. But there really is some of it that I don't really have much to say about, and it's just me designating dig this, dig that, move this here, build this there. I don't know, it's a lot of tedious work. I usually put on some sort of podcast or something in the background while I'm doing it. Oh. Looks like there's going to be some more tower caps, and I should take care of those before that becomes an issue. Let's see. I want to line where the pen is going to be. And I don't think I have enough blocks to do that again, but basically the pen will be allowed to grow freely. I'll chop down the occasional tower. Now that I'm thinking about that, maybe it won't be allowed to grow freely. Yeah, I'll have to stay on top of those tower caps. Lest I get another hole like the one I have in the little farmer's room. And I don't know why, but I know I had masons. I guess they're just too busy right now, but I would love for them to finish this targeting area so I can actually start training my mark dwarves. Right now, most of the mark dwarves have no training, and those that have training is just because the combat they've already seen. archery target. I do want more of these. And then I want it to be out of blocks because that's easier for the dwarves to... Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's not quite perfectly done, but it'll work. That'll allow a few dwarves to train on that. Maybe I'll set up some fortifications so you can train with those as well, but I don't know if that actually helps in any way. Once those archery targets get up, though, there will be training going on. Especially the last battle has shown me that I don't think our dwarves are particularly prepared. Now, I will also say I do have a hard cap on the number of dwarves I'm going to get in. 100 is the hard cap, so our next migrant wave will probably be only 11. I believe that's how many before will be a full fortress. Just because too many more dwarves will slow us down so much, I don't think it'll be a good thing. I saw that ghost. I saw the ghost who was in this wall. Let's go ahead and do some trading. I am not selling you the copper crossbow. I might sell you the wood one though. Yeah, the wood ones you can have those. And this puzzle box. How did we wind up with a puzzle box? Anyways, let's go look at your cloth. Because I think that's really the only thing I'm having trouble getting a hold of in the fortress. Most of the rest of this I can make. I could go ahead and just get the produced clothes from them, but I think those are going to be more expensive than they're worth at this point. Though, maybe grabbing a few bags that are cheap. It's hard to tell where this is sometimes. Take tail bag. Pack a... Ooh, no. I'll take the sugar bag. Yellow sandbag. Is that what I... And continue on. And then we begin... Oop, no, not what I meant to do. And we will just take all your leather and cloth. Oop. I don't want your bronze bolts though. Nor that. How much will that cost and how much profit? Ooh, I need to give you back some stuff. So let's give back some of the more expensive items. Why are these two different? I probably want to give him at least about a quarter profit. So I'm trading about 4,000. 46. About 12, about 11. Something is what I want to trade to him. Well, give him in profit. Let's see if this will. Hard to tell where the cursor is sometimes. See if he'll take that. If you're a trade goods such as they are, I can't fathom you ending up with all of those items? I don't quite understand. You're getting about 1,400 in profit. I just want the cloth. Remove some of the more expensive cloth still. Now he's getting dangerously close to half the profit, and I do not feel that that is a worthwhile trade. There we go. Need to get our trader up a little bit in his ability to do trade. But at least we have some more cloth and some more leather, and hopefully that'll keep us stocked for a while. Let's see. The latest news from Road Shack. Is that like what's it called? Radio Shack. Is that like Radio Shack? Is that months ago the site was conquered by the Spiders of Doctrine. Months ago, Ingres Crafted Moistened became mayor of the Basement of Prestige, replacing her aunt Odom Grouphelm. Interesting. I don't really have anything I need of your merchants. You need maces from us. Headwear seeds, actually. I'm sure we'll be able to trade that if you really want seeds. Let's build floor. I think we should have some more blocks by now. And I don't know if we'll have enough to do this, but I need 9, I only have 6. Oh well. Well, I can actually set that up. The fortress is starting to come together. I still want to put stone walls and floors around the trade depot and up to it, which actually I kind of need to do to keep tower caps from growing into the way of our caravans. It's kind of the whole reason I made these roads. I wanted to make sure that the roads would be... What is all this green? Olives. I wanted to make sure that traders would be able to freely move into and out of our fortress. I want to make sure those 3 trees get away from my road. I don't want green looking roads unless they're going to be all green. What's above the stand pit? Alright, you can grow tower caps. I don't mind that so much. I don't know that they'll punch holes in there, but I imagine they will. What are you guys doing? Oh, that is... I don't know if you're waiting for medical dwarves or... You got your thread, you got your cloth, you got your splints, crutches. You don't have powder for casts. You have 2 buckets. You need soap. Now, I think the problem is I don't have anyone who needs soap making. I don't have an actual soap maker. Maybe somebody will get that job in between episodes, but I think this is where we're going to end it here. Not a huge amount happening, mostly just catching up on what happened between episode to episode. Um, what are we... I think the future project is continuing to work on this a little bit. Maybe I'll even add, maybe I'll just make the second tower go up a level and then enter this tower through the upper level. But, there's ghosts wandering around. But other than that, the only other thing I need to really take care of is this down here. I don't know why this is, I keep doing that. Not built yet. Seems our masons are really preoccupied, but if I take a look here, you can see why. But we'll get through it, and hopefully there'll be some more interesting things. Maybe next time our Dwarven force will actually be prepared to fight off an invading army. But for now, I'm Inverted Umber, and this has been Dwarf Fortress. Thank you for joining me. Have a good one.